I'm turning 38 in a couple of weeks, and you know what they say, time flies when you're having fun. Funny enough, I wasn't having fun. There's this one feeling that I refuse to bring into my 40s, and that feeling is feeling left behind in life. And honestly speaking, I feel like I always have these feelings towards my birthdays. Every time when my birthday is coming up, I always have a reflection moment and I want to ponder about my life and what I should and what I shouldn't have done. But then still nothing changes. But now I honestly refuse to take that into my 40s because it's like almost 2 decades of doing the same thing. And I came across a quote during the course of the week. It said, "You did not waste your time. Everything that happened was part of your plan." I remember when I was growing up, I used to want to be an economist and I wanted to be an accountant. And I was very naive back then. I was very naive. And when I got to varsity, I tried the whole accounting route. And little did I know that my own lecturer would be someone who would discourage the route that I wanted to take. He basically just told me in the first semester, if you can master the first semester, just drop out, because how would you handle the other semesters? But then it was so funny because why did you not give me grace? Why did you not, try and help me? But then that was one of the lessons in life, that at the end of the day, you are only alone in this world. No one is here to hold your hand. I changed my route altogether. I went into humanities. I managed to finish my degree in psychology, very optimistic about life and looking forward to, building my life and my wealth. Little did I know. Luckily, when I finished my degree, I was very lucky to find a job. And I was in a call center space, and you know how call centers are. You get to learn quick, and find your way around things and around people, and you learn to communicate with people. Those are skills that I will forever be grateful for. And in a year or two, in me trying to find myself in the call center space and trying to see if I can now do my honors in psychology, I opted to do the teaching route, which also now, because of me working, I could not do the practicals. I had to drop out and find another way of furthering my studies. And when I was still trying to do that, my mother got retrenched from work. And she, being the only breadwinner at home and now losing her income, meant that I needed, as the firstborn, to step up and, put my needs aside and make sure that everyone in the house is taken care of. And you would know, with growing up in a Black community, you don't only stay, okay, maybe you'll be privileged to only stay with your parents. I stayed with my mother, my siblings, and my grandmother, and her siblings, and my aunts and my uncles. So you could just understand the dynamics of that house, So I was now turned into a breadwinner by default because I was the only one working, which meant that whatever that I wanted for me had to be put aside, and I needed to now start providing for my family. And with that, trying to juggle everything with the little salary that I had came with me not, fully being literate about debt and money literacy. I found myself in so much debt, just trying to manage everything and not be a disappointment to some of the family members. The pain of when someone is asking for something and you just say you don't have. I did not want to be that person to say I don't have. I've always wanted to be a people pleaser. Like, I would just go and ask for credit just to make sure everything and everyone is fine around the house, And during the course of my 20s and even now, I'm still in debt and I'm still trying to find a way out of my debt. But now I've stopped my people-pleasing tendencies, and I've learned to put my foot down. And if I don't have something, I'll just say I don't have. Or if I don't want to do anything, I'll just say, no, thank you. I don't want to do anything. And I don't want to explain myself to anyone. I'm tired of explaining myself to anyone because I feel like I'm now at the point where my 20s and my early 30s are such a blur that I don't even remember what was happening. And now I'm turning 38. If someone was to ask me, what were you doing when you were 28? I don't even remember because I feel like partly I'm still mourning the loss of passion, the loss of wanting to travel, the loss of wanting to build a life for my child, the loss of just having fun, being an individual who gets into the working environment, who gets to do things for themselves. I've never had that opportunity. Whatever that I bought, we used to now have to share whatever that I had. I never had something that I would say, this is mine alone. You understand? So I feel like I'm still mourning those loss experiences that I wanted to also go through, because as a content creator, I look at other content creators. Like, you would find a 23-year-old, they already have their own apartments, they already have their cars. Like, when you are now sitting and you're thinking, you're trying to budget your monthly expenses, that money that she goes and spends and buys a phone on a splurge, you understand? Those are the things that would find you and trigger you, and you're thinking, what have you done with your life? But like, with everything said, not everyone's path is the same. And I do believe that I was meant to go through this path so that I become a better version of myself, which, yes, I feel like it's a bit, I'm trying to convince myself, but it still hurts. But I do believe that everything is going to be what I want. Yes, it might be now, it might be in my 40s, but I will get and experience the life that I've always wanted. It's just that I needed to be that person for those people so that I can be this person for my person. And for me, basically, I'm not sure if I'm making sense. But I'm grieving the person that I wanted to be. And I feel like entering my 40s, I don't want to be that person anymore. I want to be the person who now takes charge. And I feel like my fear has been holding me back for such a long time. I've always wanted to do this content creation for such a long time, but the fear of what people will say, the judgment from people, held me back so much, because you would think, oh, now they're gonna see how I live, or where I live, and how my stuff are or my stuff is, like those things. The judgment from people has held me back for such a long time, and I now find myself in a position where I refuse to live my life according to other people's standards. I'm so tired, because I remember I've always made excuses about content creation. Like, I would say, no, I still stay in the shack. I don't want to be creating content because I stay in the shack. What will people think about me? I built my own room at home, and then I would also fuss about, oh, there's no ceiling. Oh, I need this headboard. I need this, just to make excuses for not creating the content that I've always wanted to create. And now I've moved out. I've tried to create a space that I like, but there's always that one excuse. You're thinking, oh my God, I haven't bought a headboard here. I don't want to be showing that part. I feel like my space is not this. My space is supposed to be like this. I'm just tired of that life. If you're like me and you're tired of postponing the life that you want, please do subscribe and we walk through this journey together. Because truth be told, I am so tired. Protecting my ego has been costing me my life. Because while I'm trying to hide away from the embarrassment and what people will think when I do certain things, is actually stealing the joy and the fun out of my life. Because life is going to pass by anyways, so you might as well just do what makes you happy at the end of the day. So this is me choosing something different before 38 becomes official. It's not a new goal list. It's not a reinvention. Just releasing the belief that I'm running out of time. If you felt this and this video really resonates with you, this moment is for you. I would like to know, what's the one thing you are not bringing into your next chapter? Tell me in the comment section, and if this found you at the right time, stay a while. This is a space for exactly the kind of honesty. I really hope you stay. So for now, see you in the next video. Bye.